For every beginning, there is an end. For some, that finale can lead to yet another opportunity to seize the moment. In sports, it's referred to as the second season. Playoff action, one more rise to glory.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stevie Fernandez, and welcome to Cox On Demand, powered by Max Preps at the Game. It's senior night in Jenks America and Week 10 as we wrap up the regular season of play, and these Jenks Trojans are looking to do so by finishing out the season with a perfect record. But first, they're going to have to get by these guys, the Norman Tigers, as they come in on a pretty good high, too. Last week, they really put it to Muskogee, 70-3, and they're hoping to have learned a thing or two from the Broken Arrow Tigers, who were here last week, who put a dent in the armor of the mighty Trojan offense by holding them to just one score for nearly 3 quarters of play.
But to do so, they'll have to stop three-star seniors on their night to stand out. The Trojan offense triple threat of seniors Sawyer Cole-Morgan, Zach Langer, and Brandon Kitchens. In order to maintain a zero in the loss column, Jenks is going to have to find a way to tame the Tiger rushing attack, led by the 6A's number one threat, number 28, Donovan Roberts. The Trojans win the toss but elect to test their defensive might by putting Roberts to the test. At first glance, it looks as if the Tigers are really going to give the Trojans a run for their money, as Roberts and his crew use 12 plays to move the ball 47 yards and into Trojan territory before Jenks draws a line in the sand that would take Norman some time to cross. These two playoff-bound teams would swap possessions 4 times, when on 3rd and 10 on Jenks' own 30, things would start to click. Cole-Morgan connects with Kitchens for 12. Next play, Alex Ross fights for 9 more. Then comes the big strike. With 17 seconds left in the first quarter, Cole-Morgan finds senior Jacob Bartelli wide open at the 35. Bartelli switches gears and takes it in for the game's first score. Dylan Beers tacks on the point after, and the Trojans find themselves up 7-zip at the end of the first. Jenks starts the second quarter remaining strong on defense as Mac McFeeters and Trevor Staub drop Zach Long for an 8-yard loss and forcing the 4th Tiger punt, starting the Trojans on Norman's 37. When the senior coalition continues, this time Cole-Morgan wastes no time at all and tosses it to Kitchens for the score. Beers puts it through the uprights for the extra point, and Jenks has a 14-point lead. The Trojans continue to keep the Tigers and their followers pretty quiet. But wait, because things are just about to get started. With 6:10 left in the half, Jenks starts their 5th possession at their own 30 when Zach Langer bursts through for 33 yards. Then he tacks on 19 more, putting the ball on the Tiger 12. Cole-Morgan finds Sam Laptad to move the ball to the 6 before having to settle for a Beers field goal, putting the Trojans in front by 17. Remember when I told you to hold on? Well, here's why. With about 40 seconds left in the half, Jenks once again has the ball when Cole-Morgan does something he hasn't done all season long. Up to now, Cole-Morgan had thrown 150 passes for 29 TDs before this one interception in the very last game of the regular season. Junior George Kittle came down with the pick and set up Norman on some prime real estate. That woke up the Norman side. 36 seconds on the clock, and Donovan Roberts rolls 31 yards, virtually untouched, to cut the Jenks lead. Score now 17-7. But don't get up for popcorn just yet. There's 29 seconds left in the half when Alex Ross shoots a gap on the return and blazes 95 yards, giving the Trojans a very comfortable 24-7 lead at the half. Touchdown! With the game well in hand, the Trojans remain confident and poised, starting the second half on their own 23. This time, it's Langer's turn to step into the senior spotlight, grabbing this pass from Cole-Morgan for 20, then breaking the very next play for 30 more yards, moving the Trojans into the red zone. When Brandon Kitchens says, "Hey, what about me?" and takes it from Cole-Morgan for his second TD of the night, Jenks now leads 31-7. Norman's Brad Davis would bring some excitement to the ensuing kickoff with this big 39-yard return to the 41. But the Trojan defense just isn't in a giving mood, and Jenks finds himself with the ball once again on their own 34. Alex Ross bowls over a few Tigers for 12 yards. Then Bartelli reads Cole Morgan's mind to come back and nab this reception, putting the ball on the 11, where 2 plays later, Cole Morgan finds his favorite receiver for what would prove to put the game out of reach with a 31-point lead for the Trojans. You don't become a playoff team by giving up, so Norman begins marching down the field with great plays like this amazing reception from Long to Kittle for 23 yards. Fourth quarter starts and Kittle does it again. A magic reception in the end zone to bring the Tigers 7 points closer to the Trojans. With momentum on their side, the Tigers find themselves the recipient of a mishandled kickoff and the ball within striking distance of the goal on the Trojan 24. The Tigers fight their way to the 8 when a tip ball finds its way into the hands of Trent Martin. With little opportunity left, Donovan Roberts was able to add a few big yards to his already massive season total. Before Jenks would get the ball back with 4:22 left in the first season as Jenks runs out the clock to claim their victory, district title, and a perfect record.
Well, I tell you what, I was really proud of the boys, and I congratulated them on that perfect record. And you know, it's a special bunch. 33 seniors, some really good kids. I tell you, many 3-year starters on the squad, and I'm really blessed to get to work with such a good group of kids.
Last week you started off a little slow with BA, but this week you got going right away. What was the difference?
Well, you know, credit Norman. They came out a little bit different defensive front as well to start the game. People are doing a good job with us, but we made some adjustments a little bit quicker. We kind of got a feel for them in the second quarter. Got Zach Langer a couple of really nice runs, and then, of course, our man-to-man coverage allowed us to throw some touchdown passes.
Tell us about that kickoff return in the first half.
Well, they kicked it to me, and the hole opened, and then I just ran.
When did you know that you were going to take it all the way?
When I first caught it.
3 TDs tonight. Which one was your favorite?
Oh, my favorite one was probably just the fade route, just beat my man one-on-one, and saw him hit a great ball and scored there.
So there you have it, wrapping up another regular season, and Week 10 is all about the Trojans. A perfect season in this first season. Now, Coach calls the next one the second season as they approach the playoffs. We'll find out who they're going to be playing next. It should be really exciting, and you'll catch all the action right here on Cox On Demand. I'm Stevie Fernandez. It's all powered by Max Preps at the game. We'll see you next time.